And once that's built, yeah, don't give up a lead. They took the time to talk to you. You spent time on the roof. Don't give up a lead. That's a great nugget from the morning. Like, again, you're realizing it now, like, John sold 140 jobs because he didn't give up a lead over the course of his career, and he had all those contracts ready to rip. I want that many contracts. Because after a year, how many clean bill of health are you going to do? 25, 50? Then after 2 years, then after 3 years, then suddenly you find yourself, you as an individual in the company, you have all this residual ready to go. It's a lot of fun. And you know what else it does? You go out for the annual inspection. Let's say it's still not ready. Okay, so you go out for the annual inspection. You're in the neighborhood again. The billboard, the truck's in the neighborhood again. You can ask for referrals again because you're back in front of that person again, right? Your roof is so good, but I notice your neighbor is missing some shingles, right? So I can re-up the referral process because I've got the ability to go back to that individual over and over and over and over again until they're ready for a roof. When I knock your door and you meet me, I'm your roofer. It may be today, it may be next year, it may be in 5 years, but I am your roofer. And it's a mindset that you guys need to understand that this business is not transactional. These people are lifetime people you know until they tell you, I'm done with the inspections, or I don't need a referral anymore. I don't want to send you more referrals. That's a really good nugget from the morning. I appreciate that. Who's got another take from the morning? Yes, sir. John, I know your name. It's an easy one to remember. Ask up to 4 times.
You don't think about it after 2 times they say no or something, but the extra 2 might be it.
So ask up to 4 times. Just change how you ask. See, when I ask for the neighbor, that's a very light ask. Sometimes that doesn't hit. Then when I go to the adjustment and I talk more about the neighbors or the neighborhood, maybe that didn't hit. Then when they finally get the job approved, I've got a few impressions in there. They realize that this isn't a scam. This is real. This actually works. That's an ideal time to hit. If I've laid the impression a couple times, it's a lot easier for them in that moment to do that. And then again, just buying the lead versus just asking without any incentive to it. Because the app's a great idea. That's brilliant. I think that's freaking genius. Open the app up, show them how to use it, and hand them a gift card that day too. That way you get double the money for your first referral. I'm going to give you this $25 gift card, and the company's going to send you $25. That way you walk them through, yeah, right? That way you walk them through the app, they know the system at that point, and they have something in hand that day. It's a really good nugget. Who else has something they took from this morning? Dog treats, right? Isn't it amazing how many people have dogs? And again, people love their freaking dogs.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Where the dogs won't shut up?
Yeah.
That's where I'd love to have treats. That's the main reason I put treats in my car was because I was like, hey, do you mind if I get the dog some treats? And they're like, yeah, that's great. And I give them treats. Well, then the dog typically after 1 or 2 treats sits there and expects you to keep going. So they kind of calm down, they sit, they get up, they sit, they paw at you because their owners taught them how to shake. I used to train dogs, by the way. So I realized, I'll just keep dog treats in there and hopefully this little yipper shuts up because I gave it a treat. So I had a selfish agenda to it, but it hit people here.
Yeah, that personal connection.
Yeah, okay.
I used to receive leads from neighborhood posts. Most neighborhoods here have
Right.
Facebook page.
Yep.
Did you ever use that?
I did use that, and I hope everybody's asking that. Once you find out it's a neighborhood, a community, and HOA, just say, hey, do you guys happen to have your own neighborhood group or Facebook group or anything? Are you allowed to post in there? And I would try and entice them to post in there with a bigger gift card, okay? And I would even do things like, hey, let's take a picture together. Or, hey, here, I'm sending you a picture of your completed roof. Do you mind posting this in your neighborhood app? Right? Whatever they've got, the app, the group, the amount of time. We were in a neighborhood, me and a buddy, Jonathan, tag teamed a neighborhood. We switched. Every other lead, we just rotated. And as the builds went up, we just kept knocking doors. 15 homes. Third one in, I asked the question, and thinking there's no way a neighborhood with 15 homes has their own little group. They had their own little private Facebook group. And I'm like, what? Why do you guys, there's 15 homes. So I asked the girl, and she posted it, and lo and behold, we got 3 referrals out of just that one post. Here we are grinding away for these 15 homes. We get to 3, and we doubled down in one post just because we asked the question. So absolutely ask that question and use those. If you guys are in the Nextdoor app, I think it's important to be in the Nextdoor app. I call it the Karen app. But the Nextdoor app is helpful for 2 reasons. Sometimes you'll find somebody made a comment about the company, and you have the ability to go in and deal with any brand issues there. Because again, I call it the Karen app. People complain in there more than actually seek information. So I like to be in it strictly to see, does the company name pop up? Now, if they have a question, if they have a need, if they ask for a referral, stuff like that, great, I'll step in. But yeah. What's one more nugget from this morning somebody took?
Qualify every home or every individual you meet as a homeowner
Yep. It's not hard to have conversations about being a homeowner, right? That's really not that hard. And the more you do it, you're going to find you have 4 or 5 kind of scripts to qualify people in a non-home setting to find out if they're a homeowner, right? I've been I tell you what, just being at a store and being like, man, I tell you what, it's nice to just be grocery shopping. I've been working on my home, making some improvements. Do you have a home, like, you know what the home improvement things are like? And they're like, yeah, man, it's so much upkeep. Just small stuff like that. Once you go through 4 or 5 of them, you develop some scripts of just how to casually talk about your home or owning a home and ask them a question and qualify. You had another one too. We'll do one more.
I like the idea of the captive audience because you're always in that situation where you go, if you're in line somewhere.
Yep, you're somewhere. It's not hard to find a captive audience. You just have to start thinking of it as a captive audience, and you have to have something. And again, I think that little pitch of saying, look, my dad taught me to do one nice thing for somebody a day, and that's all I'm doing here, right? If that then turns into your pitch, it's a lot easier. If you pitch first, nice second, they reject that usually. But if you're nice first, pitch second, it's very warm and it's very welcoming. It's not that hard to add to your audience. Y'all are salespersons. Trust me, if you can knock a stranger's door and talk them onto a roof, you can have a conversation at a bar. You can have a conversation at a grocery store. You can hand a gift card off at Starbucks. Like, these are 10 times easier than the idea of knocking a door and seeing if you can talk your way onto somebody's roof. So think of when you have a captive audience. So here's what we're going to do. We'll take a 15-minute break, y'all. 15-minute break, then we'll get back in here. We're going to keep going, okay? Stretch your legs, smoke them if you got them, whatever you got to do. I need more water. What?
It's good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too, man. Awesome. I tried to shake everybody's hand before, but now that I see your hat, I'm like, I love the melon hats, by the way.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, like,
I didn't want to do this in front of everybody.
I bought the 10-year legacy hat, which was more of a flex than